Ahoy YouTube, what's really good? My name is David Vicola, your coach of the South Texas Sableyes, and this is going to be week 3 of season 2 of the PGBL, aka the league we won the first season of. I don't know how long it's going to take for that to get old, but we're going to keep running with it. Anyways, our opponent this week is Grim from the Motown Marowaks, and their team is very interesting. I'm worried about the Mega Pidgeot. The Tapu Bulu is frustrating, and then on top of that, the Keldeo looks to be a little bit of a problem if I don't handle it well. That being said, I don't want to psych myself out. Let's just get right into this. All right, so we're connected with Grim, and we see that he brings the Alolan Marowak, the Mega Pidgeot, the Piloswine, the Entei, the Keldeo, and the Dragalge. So no Bulu is interesting and makes my it makes my Tangrowth a little bit loose here. I mean, Tangrowth is probably still fine against Keldeo. Yeah, Tangrowth is pretty bad other than that. It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Against Keldeo, the Tangrowth doesn't, like, geez, the Tangrowth was a little bit of a loose spring. All right, who do I lead here? Who do I lead in this instance? I kind of like the Rachi lead. Who do I think he'll lead? It's a little bit more important. I think he might try and get Rocks up turn 1. Tries to get Rocks up turn 1 and leads with Piloswine. What's my strongest play here? I could just trade Rocks for Rocks, probably. So I'll lead with my Rachi. My Rachi is the one with Rocks on this team, right? I have to reassess real quick. Yeah. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, so if he oh well, this isn't great. Because if he leads Piloswine, how much damage does that do to my Jirachi? This might have been a poor lead, or it might have been the best lead. No, it's probably not that great. I don't know, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous not seeing the Tapu Bulu here, honestly. I'm not the most least nervous boy in the world. So if this is the Piloswine lead, we probably Ice Ice. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we have to make the reads turn 1. Actually, do we? How? If it goes for an Earthquake, the chance of it one-shotting is pretty slim. I'm actually just gonna go for an Iron Head. I'm gonna go for the hacks here. I'm straight up saying that. I'm gonna go for an Iron Head flinch turn 1, because if he gets Rocks up, that's not great, but his chances of getting Rocks up are like 40% right now. And if he goes for an Earthquake, there's a chance we live. Oh wow, this thing is so bulky. This thing is so bulky. How is this different? It must have defense investment. All right, so we've shown that we're staying in and going for the flinches. What's his play? Does he go for Rocks or does he just stay in? I think either way. What does this do to my Tangrowth set? This thing's super bulky. Like, he doesn't have much to attack investment. He can't. Because there's no way. Like, Iron Head was doing something like... All right. I'm actually just going to... Well, if I know he has that much bulk, then I know he can't one-shot me with Earthquake. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head again. I'm gonna make the reads here that this thing can't one-shot me with Earthquake since it was that bulky. All right, it's no longer a threat. It like does not matter. I'm going for the third Iron Head. Realistically, I say I was going for the hacks. I was going for the prediction that he was going to set up Rocks turn 1 and I could get free damage on this thing. I just don't want, don't call me a scumbag. I had a game plan in my mind. I had an actual game plan other than just flinch. Just so we're clear here, because I know I'm going to catch the flack from Root. I'm going to catch it from Randy. Like realistically, I was predicting him to stay in and go for Stealth Rocks, or the fact that I could most likely live an Earthquake from this thing. Let's go back. So if Iron Head is doing as much as it's doing to this thing, I think does that have to put him at like, yeah, that puts him at like right at like fully invested, like fully defense invested, fully defense invested most likely, and fully HP invested. All right, so this thing is lefties. I need to write that down. I have sticky notes. I'm tired of notepads on the computer. I'm bad at typing. I'm worse at writing. Like my handwriting's awful. All right. Entei has lefties. All right. So this thing has lefties. It probably outspeeds me. I'm going to make the safe switch here into Ghidorah. Is that the safe switch? Is that the safest switch? I could go on to Ghidorah or Toxicology here. Let's go out into an Entei set and let's assume I don't know. We know he's not choice banded. We know he is lefties. What a weird set. All right, let's assume he's at like max everything else, right? Like speed attack. How much are you doing to my freaking Hydreigon? Good sir. Yeah, it's not that much. Yeah, this is a safe switch. Or I think I can just go on to Toxicology here. I'm gonna do that. I know this thing got Stomping Tantrum, but I think I calced it like even Choice Band, Entei, Stomping Tantrum only does like 50% max to me. Bulldoze. Oh, that does less than Tantrum, right? Yeah. All right, this is fine. I'm fine with this like most recent turn of events. So now does he switch? That's the real question. The real question is, does he switch? It was a good prediction. It was a good read on his end, though. I'm pretty sure this thing learned Stomping Tantrum, and that just does more damage than Bulldoze. Let's assume he still has Sacred Fire. Let's assume he doesn't have Stone Edge, because I think Bulldoze is like base 60, right? Yeah. He could have had Stomping Tantrum. Maybe he just doesn't know. So I can go for Scald, Recover, or Toxic here. A Scald looks like it's gonna do. Hold on. How much will a Scald do to you? 35% min. That's fine. What's your switch here? The Dragalge? If he goes onto the Dragalge or the... Well, he can't go out into that. Okay, so I'm gonna assume he's gonna go into the Dragalge. I'm gonna make a read here. If he goes onto the... Words are hard. If he goes on the Dragalge, my best switch here is Jirachi, but that seems like too much of a read. Ghidorah seems decent. He withdraws Entei and goes out into Dragalge. Sheldon. The Dragalge. Okay, cool. So... Let's see. Does my Z move... Oh... I thought I was Draconium Z. I'm Darkinium Z. That's less good. That's less good here. Draco Meteor straight up kills me. So knowing that, he can predict me to go out into... Can he actually go for Draco Meteor if I have... Either way, Jirachi is a safe switch. So let's do that. Let's make that play. This was poor. I thought I had the Draconium Z, so I thought that the read was smart, and then I realized I had the Darkinium Z by looking at my sets. That's why you should know your sets, kids. All right, so what Z move are we going for here? Draconium Z. All right, cool. That's fine. We should be able to take one. It's not going to be like a light tap. I can tell you that much right now. It's probably going to do about 50%. Well... Oh, this is a defensive. I'm assuming he's offensive. We'll be able to tell by how much damage it does. The calc I'm running is on a defensive set. Okay, this is fine. All right, I think I can actually stay in. Let me switch this to like a offensive set, because even with HP Fire, that's gonna do. Yeah, I can live that. All right, sweet. All right, I'm gonna set up my Stealth Rex here, because this seems like the spot. Because he goes for a Draco Meteor, and it's not Z. I think it's about like 25-ish%. 29 min. If he's like, I don't know. If he's max special attack modest. What is this? He's going out into the Entei. That's fine. All right, so we have a Rocks up, which is sweet. It means that we are in a position where this Entei can't just keep like switching in and out. What's his play now? Like he's in with the Entei. It's a lefty's Entei, which is maybe like a little more concerning than I should. I'm like more concerned about it that it's lefties. Like I'd be happier if it was like a choice band Entei. I'm gonna go into Ghidorah here. Or, I don't know, I'm pretty sure Toxicology can just eat anything this thing does, so I'm willing to keep making these like switches. How am I dealing with Dragalge? That's my new go-to play. Like, how do I deal with it? How am I inevitably ending its life? Jirachi's a pretty good check to it, but I can't keep switching into it. A poison attack from it straight up. I should have gone out into that. He would have burnt his Z move. Thinking about that makes me feel poor. I could have gone out into my Pixie, aka the Sylveon, and just like ate up this freaking Draconium Z for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Would have been so sweet. Also, I probably should have said this a lot earlier. If there's any glitches in the matrix here, like if the video looks weird, if the audio sounds weird, my great friend, Sneaky PK, one of my best friends in the world, brought me a new PC yesterday because he knew that I've been needing to upgrade for a while. So he brought me that and I reset everything up. So if anything looks a little off, just know that it should be fixed sometime in the future. Just cut me a pass. Oh, that was a weird stutter. Cut me a pass for this battle if you will, please. All right, cool. So I don't know what the play is here. Like I can just scald, but it's not going to do anything if he switches out into Dragalge. So if he's just going to switch out into Dragalge again, where do I want to be? Necray probably is not the worst. Necray is not the worst if he just goes back out into Dragalge. Yeah, that's the play we'll make. But what does Entei do to this thing? If I just go out into, no, I can't see, I can't pull the trigger on that play is the problem. Because if he stays in with Entei, all right, look, we're gonna stay in and we're gonna scald this thing. He withdraws. If he goes into the Dragalge, I should have went into Cloyster. Goldeneye, what is this? Oh, I think I'm mostly okay with this thing too. Like, I don't think there's a ton this thing can do to my Toxapex that like makes sense. Let's just check a typical set and base it off that. All right, so Toxapex. His Hurricane will do about 50%. We did catch the burn, which kind of sucks because that means we also can't Toxic it. All right, I guess I just go for the Scald again then. What are you gonna go for? Realistically, I guess you go for Roost here. It'd be pretty sweet. It'd be like not the worst play on his part. Hurricane. All right, this should do about 50, like close to 50-ish% to us. That looks about right. We got confused. If we hit ourselves in confusion, it'll be like a little upsetting, but we probably deserve it. Okay, cool. So we get the Scald off. This is gonna chunk for what, like 20% or so? We have to switch out now, which kind of sucks. But I mean, what's he gonna predict me to go into, I guess is the real question here. Because he dies to two turns of burn damage here. I think my voice is cracked. All right, I'm gonna go into Ghidorah here. We can probably eat up any one hit. And then if I feel like I need to switch out again, I can, or I can probably stay in a Roost. I wish my Tangrowth set was, I kind of wish I didn't bring Tangrowth. With the team he has now, I kind of wish Tangrowth was not a thing on my team. Yeah, that did so much damage. All right, so he has to either predict this thing is scarfed or he has to predict that, geez. All right, I'm actually just gonna switch back into Toxicology now. If he has Roost and he Roosts here, he gets me and then I'll have to figure out another line of play. But I'm kind of predicting him just to go for another Hurricane to take this thing out and then we'll just be done with the Mega Pidgeot. Oh, wow. Well, unless he just like has a play to get up his, unless he has a plan to get up or to get rid of rocks, which does he even have a defogger? I don't think he has a spinner on his team. It's just gonna die on entry, which is super fine with me. The fact that Ghidorah is pretty low now is a little unfortunate. Like that little double switch action was maybe not the best. I don't think you have a way to get up or to get rid of rocks, to be fair. So now I have to worry about this thing a little bit. I guess I can eat up whatever it's gonna do. I wish I could Toxic it. I might as well stay in and try and get the Scald Burn. Draco Meteor looks like it's gonna do about 60% Toxapex, so it looks like we live it, which is fine. And then we can just go into anything because his his special attack will be lowered. All right, let's go for the Scald. Thunderbolt. Oh, that was not what I expected. That was not what I anticipated. We can live it for sure. Oh, that sucks. I mean, it's gonna eat this breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm just like kind of hoping for the burn, so we get a little bit of chip damage going on it. No dice. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're in a position where we actually have to switch out because this thing has freaking Thunderbolt. I can go on to Ghidorah, but what if he predicts that? How much does a Hyper Voice from my Sylveon set do? Custom set. About 60%. I just don't have anything to kill this. All right. What does Toxicology check at this point? The Keldeo, the Entei, a lot of things. All right, Toxicology is still relevant to my life, so we're not losing it yet. The Ghidorah, on the other hand, is really here for, like, the Ghidorah is really here for Cresselia if he brought Cresselia. If he reads this and goes for a Draco Meteor, it's fine. It gives me a spot to get in my Cloyster, which I think I'm super okay with. He didn't read it. We should live this, I'm presuming. Assuming, I'm not entirely sure what the correct word is there. Double pair off, 2 Thunderbolts in a row. Okay. Talented. I feel you. Do we still have speed? No. Oh, this is fun. All right, I'm going for the Dragon Pulse. No, I'm going for the Roost. I don't know. Oh, we still have speed. Okay, cool. I could have done damage to it. He's gonna Draco Meteor now. I could have just done damage. Sludge Wave. Oh, that's fine. We live this too, I think. Do we? We might not. We do live it. Well, whatever. I guess I'll just go out with a bang. I guess I will just Dragon Pulse this bad boy. All right. We're connecting with that D-Pulse, baby. It's gonna chunk, that's for sure. Whew! 2 HP. 2, count it. 2 HP. That's fine. The Ghidorah really was not here for anything other than the Cresselia, to be honest. Like, that's why we're Dark and EMC. I'm recalling this conversation with Ultra Player now, who, by the way, helps me build my sets. And if you want to subscribe to him, because he's really good at this game, link in the description down below. All right, cool. Now that we got that out of the way, I guess we can just go out into, we can go into literally anything here that has 100% accurate move and use it. So I'm gonna pick Jirachi because my Jirachi has U-turn. So I'm just gonna go into Jirachi and click U-turn because I'm pretty sure he stays in because Stealth Rocks are up. But if he saves this thing for whatever reason, then he saves it and we get the momentum. All right, cool. This is bad because it's like reverse momentum. It gives him the momentum, but again, I can probably just switch out into something that he can't really deal with, like Toxapex. Toxapex seems really strong against his current team. Let's see. So Ghidorah's down. The Pidgeot dies upon re-entry. I'm just gonna go back down to Toxapex. Toxapex with the steal. Get that nice recovery. Okay, let's see. We have decimated. I should have had a notepad up. I can have one up now. I thought it was a bad idea, but and now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably not. I'm gonna open up one. We're gonna get our notepad going, and we're gonna start jotting down some notes. I have 3 monitors now, so I can look every which way. All right, who is that? Jirachi kills Dragalge with maybe he had to have a Dragon type move. It was definitely it was definitely Draco Meteor. Dragalge with U-turn. Let's see. What else? Dragalge kills Hydreigon with Sludge Wave. There we go. All right, what's your pick? Oh, that's smart. This lets him get up his rocks. I mean, it dies, but it lets him get up his rocks. I should have thought about that. Like, in retro, oh. I also probably should have thought about that. If this kills me, I'm gonna be very upset. You're so fat! You're so fat! Oh, come on! Come on! You're gonna do that to me? All right, what's this thing's speed tier? Where are you sitting at in terms of speed, Piloswine? 50, so same as Tangrowth. Except I think I'm actually like a negative speed nature. All right, so if you go for Earthquake, who wants to eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It really is just Tangrowth though. Like it really is just Tangrowth. Luckily, it looks like Tangrowth can eat an Earthquake and Icicle Crash, but if he dicks the switch and just goes for Icicle Crash here, we're gonna take about 60%, and then we're not gonna be in a fun time. Yep, look at this. Dang, come on. Well, actually, we've already checked, and we know this thing's not fully, yeah. So what's the play now? I wonder if he just goes for Ice Shard. I wonder if he switches out because he thinks that we're fast speed. Really, Creeper doesn't do anything except check the Keldeo, right? Like it only checks the Keldeo. But that's something. So it's probably not the smartest just let it die. I'm assuming I don't think he can have speed investment. And if I'm switching it in, I'm assuming he probably knows I have speed investment. It just can't be the best to like, he knows he can't go for EQ unless it's a read. I don't think Jirachi is the best switch here. I really don't. I just want to switch into something that can take any one hit and live. What about my Sylveon? Really, realistically, Sylveon takes a lot from an Earthquake. Takes a lot from an Earthquake. All right, I think I'm gonna, okay, so we're in like a situation where I'm predicting him to predict me to switch. So under those circumstances, I think I'm just gonna stay in and click Giga Drain. If he goes for the EQ here, then we got him good. All right, well, I think we live this, so. All right, cool, done. I'm done with it. It doesn't matter. I was wondering if, okay, so my line of thought, I wish I would have said this whole thing. I was like, I'm in a position where if he clicks Ice Shard, I'm good, and if he clicks Earthquake, I'm good. That's what but I only said Earthquake. I should have said both, so I would have looked much smarter. Like, basically, the only thing he could have clicked there that was really, really bad for me was Icicle Crash. All right, eventually he's gonna have to bring in the Keldeo. And that is right now. See, the problem is I can't actually stay in right now, but I can probably switch out into Toxicology, and that's fine. Just like get a Toxic off, whatever. Let's look at what this thing is. I wonder if it's Specs, maybe? What is this, Hidden Power Ground? No. All right, it's Life Orb. So we know its item is Life Orb. I'm just gonna predict it to be like pretty standard other than that. How much are you doing to my beautiful Toxicology here? My beautiful Toxapex. So you've blown your Hidden Power, which I'm assuming is Ice? I don't know. It was something that was not very, it was just neutral to me. Flying? That wouldn't make much sense. It would be super effective against the Tangrowth though, I suppose. Whatever. All right, looks like we can eat anything except an HP Electric, so this thing can't be HP Electric because it just blew its Hidden Power on us. I'm just gonna click Recover here. Hidden Power, what is it? Am I missing something? I have no clue what it is. Like, I feel like I'm missing something important here. All right, well, now I'm super duper safe from this thing and I can just click Toxic. Man, I'm sorry, Grim. This has been a little bit of like, this probably is a frustrating battle. Just because, I mean, everything I've done so far has just been like, switch into this bulky thing, take a hit, switch out, switch into this bulky thing, take a hit, switch out. This was the, okay, this thing just dies upon re-entry, which is fine. He'll see that I was gonna go for Toxic. All right, so I think we said we do it in a way where whatever sets up the rocks will get the kill. So Jirachi, or was that my other league? I don't know. I'm just gonna type it. Jirachi KOs Pidgey with Stealth Rocks. It sounds stupid. All right, now I need to see how much a Boomerang from this thing does to me. Because I know it's not gonna be like a small amount. Let's see. Scald does a ton of damage to this thing. Like an actual boatload. If I can live a Boomerang, then we're super set. Boomerang does 70 to 80%. I think I can run that Gambit, or I could just go into Creeper here. Either or, well, the thing is, if it has Sword Stance, I don't want to get it as Sword Stance for free. At this point, I'm pretty sure Creeper can just check Keldeo, right? It seems accurate, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. All right, cool. I'm just gonna stay in and go for the Scald here. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure we can check Earthquake. I would just go straight up Earthquake. It should be the same damage roll. Just has less chances to crit. Do we live? On 15, can we get that Scald? This thing's a little bit bulkier than I gave it credit for. Like ever so slightly bulkier than I gave it credit for. All right, I'm gonna go out into Tangrowth now. And if he predicts me, if he reads me, then he got me good. He got me good if he reads that. I mean, he can realistically go for like anything, right? Like he can go for Shadow Bone, he can go for Flare Blitz, probably goes for Flare Blitz here. And just gets this thing out of here, right? Oh, just goes for knockoff. I'll see that I have an Assault Vest. God, that does so much damage. All right, so I think we're in a spot where, unless this thing is fast, well, we still don't outspeed it. I think it's probably about time I just like let this thing go down. Like the Tangrowth without the Assault Vest doesn't check Keldeo very well. Right? So what could he switch in that would be good here? I'm just going to go for the knockoff. I'm just going to go for the knockoff in return. I'm assuming he'll stay in. Yeah. All right, cool. We're super fine with this. We definitely outspeed this thing with just about any other Pokemon and we can one-shot it. So what should be my play here? What about Cloyster? Does my Cloyster set come in and sweep at this range? If he has Will-O-Wisp, then it's super risky if he has Will-O-Wisp. If he doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, it's like easy mode. I think that's the play. If he doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, it's easy mode. If he has Will-O-Wisp, then we're in a little bit of a bind. Like he can't outspeed us under any circumstance, right? What's still alive? The Piloswine died, right? Yeah, the Piloswine did it? Yeah, the Piloswine died to Toxicology. I should have wrote that down. So he still has this thing, the Entei, and the Keldeo. That's right. All right, so I'm gonna jot that down real quick. Pylo KO'd by Toxapex with Scald. I believe that was the play. I should have wrote it down when it happened. All right, I think, well, I guess the Keldeo, I'm gonna know. If he has Will-O-Wisp, he got me. But I can literally go for Shell Smash and pop my White Herb and live any one hit. I'm assuming. I mean, if he gets like a, oh, I didn't calc this as, I should have calced that as Flare Blitz. Knockoff. Oh! Bada boom! Got him! All right, cool. We're super in the clear here. Let's go for some sweet liquidations. Let's go for some spicy liquidations. The spiciest of liquidations. All right, I'm feeling good. So now really the only thing I think I have to worry about is the Keldeo. We're at +2. Attack and Spid. Let's look at this Keldeo. The Keldeo was, I think, just like a normal set. It's gonna take rock damage here. All right, so really what I need to look at here is how much, because this thing can one-shot me, easy mode, like not even close. So I need to see how much an Icicle Spear does. Looks like not enough. That's so unfortunate. All right, I'm gonna click Explosion. And then how am I beating the Entei? Because I'm gonna click Explosion here. I think I can beat the Entei with Toxicology. Like just with Toxicology, I think I'll be fine. I think that that's the play. Just because it looks like Icicle, like this thing's at what? It looks like it's, Icicle Spear just doesn't do enough. So I have to click Explosion here, which sucks. All right, I'm gonna do it. All right, we're taking this thing out. And then I'm like banking on Toxicology to be able to take out the Entei. Basically, that's the slot we're in right now. Is Toxicology needs to be able to come in and probably like recover against the Entei, I guess. And then, I don't know. Like I could go out into the Pixie here. We probably live like any one hit from this thing. If it's not banded. It's actually a leftovers Entei. This is a little bit of a, I feel like I made some like loose plays at the end of the game. All right, it looks like we live any one hit almost guaranteed. So I guess I just make this play. Because this thing's gonna lose 25% upon coming in. And then it's gonna eat up a Hyper Voice. This is probably gonna be a lot closer than I would have expected it to be. I probably just should switch into Toxicology here. All right, I'm gonna go for the Hyper Voice here. Iron Head. Oh, I didn't think about that. Does that kill me? No. Did we get the, yeah, we got flinched. I feel like that's probably justified at this point. That's probably justified. I'm actually just gonna stay in and Hyper Voice again. It's actually gonna be a little close, and I think I have to sack off my Jirachi for this. Like, I 100% think I have to sack off my Jirachi to win this game. And even then, it's gonna come down to like, do I get paralyzed a ton? I guess I could just stay in and go for a recover, realistically. Like, that would probably sure up the game. But just in case of a crit, I'm going to go out and sacrifice my Jirachi. Like, I'm not really concerned about differential right now. I just want to be able to, like, actually make sure I win. The Entei was a threat, I must admit. Bulldoze, it's fine. It'll kill my Jirachi most likely. Or no, but still. Doesn't also, like, lower my speed or something. So I'll be able to kill my Jirachi on the next hit, but that means that Toxicology will come in close to full health, even though this Entei is also at full health, and I can just Toxic it. Then after that, I can just start clicking recover, and we should be, like, super in the clear at that point. I'm going to try to Toxic with Jirachi. Maybe something weird happens. Like, I was like, maybe he predicts something. All right, this is fine. All right, so now we're in a slot where it's just Toxapex versus Entei, and we're going to Toxic it. I'm pretty sure. All right, so Toxapex. Let's go to our custom set. Yeah, because we'll Toxic it and then we'll go for some Scalds. Like probably Toxic recover, Scald, something like that is what I'm assuming. Toxic. I need this not to crit. I need to not get fully parried. I don't care about the speed drop. All right, cool. I actually learned today from Matadillo that Toxic always lands if you use it from a poison type Pokemon. Something I never knew in my entire life. My entire career of playing Pokemon. I never knew that. All right, so it's kind of like, it's going to be kind of like a really boring finish to this battle, but we are just going to like spam some recovers here. Like realistically, I think one recover kind of like seals the deal, right? Like if I can get one recover off, then we should be good to go. All right, so we dodge a crit here. Can we dodge a fully para? Can we dodge the full paralysis? We dodge it. This gives me, I think, 2 bulldozes to play with. Like this gives me 2 bulldozes worth of damage to play around with. Because it looks like it's doing like in or around 25% to us, give or take. I'm assuming this thing has like some investment. All right, let's recover again. I just want to be at full, and then I'll go for a Scald. Yeah, that would have given us about 2 bulldozes worth of damage to play with. All right, cool. Okay, so we'll be at full here. We can go for a Scald, and the Scald looks like it's going to do about 35%, but I'm assuming he has like HP investment at the bare minimum. And like he's probably not full attack investment, to be honest. The Toxic is racking up. The timer is ticking. The Scald is about to hit. Like, realistically, I think it would take like double crit full para for me to lose here. Or like, I guess at this point it would just take crit. Yeah, I probably should have clicked recover. I don't want to like completely stall the game out. Okay, I think this actually just ends the game, right? Oh, that was a crit. Well, I mean, I'm in a spot where if things keep going the way they're going, I win, but I think that it dies to Toxic this turn, right? Oh, no, actually not. Okay, well, it definitely dies next turn, so I guess I just click recover here. If he gets a crit, I think that there's like a non-0% chance that I live. I realistically think he should have had Stomping Tantrum over this, probably. I mean, I think this is it, right? Yeah, all right. Well, that was a great game, Grim Marowak. I'm sorry if it was boring at times. Like, that's just kind of the team that I drafted. It tends to get like a little bit boring at times. I mean, I've noticed that at least. Like, I've been impressed with a Pokemon, but they can be incredibly boring to sit and watch. So if you watch this entire match, thank you so much. It means the absolute most to me because we're really out here trying to win some games, and we're now 3-0 in this league. which is a really fresh start if I do say so myself. All right, so if you watched this entire match, I just want to say thank you so much. It means the absolute most to me. And if you enjoyed this battle and you're just excited about League content on the channel in general, please leave a like on this video. It would also mean the absolute most to me. Real quick, I just want to point out that even though it was 1-1, I felt like we were in pretty strong control of the game and where it was heading. But at the same time, I feel like I made some pretty foolish plays that gave Grim a chance to sort of get back in the game. That being said, it was a very close match, and I just want to say props to Grim. Link in the description down below. Definitely go check Grim out. Also, go check Ultra Player out. The guy helps me build all my sets and is really good at this game. Guys, the last thing I have to say before I leave is that if you're not subbed, what are you doing? Why are you missing out on all of this crazy cool content stuff? It would just mean the absolute most. For the third time in a row, if you click that subscribe button, because realistically, all that's gonna happen is you're gonna see my face a little bit more often, and along with my face comes some pretty sweet battles. But other than that, my name is In Vivid Color, your coach of the South Texas Sableyes. We are 3-0. I'm kind of done here and I gotta leave. Bye. So tell me